This is Packers Nation HQ, and today I want to break down exactly what the Green Bay Packers are telling us about their future by officially naming Jonathan Gannon as the next defensive coordinator, because this move is bigger than a resume line and a press release. It's a philosophical signal. And before we really dig in, if you're part of this Packers family that lives and breathes Lombardi time, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, tap the like button if you love deep Packers analysis, and drop a comment below what this hire means to you, because this community-owned franchise only works when a community shows up and makes its voice heard. From my perspective, Jonathan Gannon landing in Green Bay isn't about what went wrong in Arizona. It's about what Matt LaFleur believes his team is ready to become. Jeff Hafley leaving for Miami created a vacuum, but also created an opportunity to reset the defensive identity of a franchise that has always measured itself against championships, not moral victories. 13 world championships don't allow for complacency, and in Green Bay, history doesn't sit on a shelf, it watches every snap. When I look at Gannon's career arc, what jumps out isn't a 3-14 record in Arizona or the 15-36 total mark as a head coach. I don't think that tells the real story. What I see is a coach forged in pressure environments, most notably in Philadelphia, who understands how modern NFL offenses attack space, tempo, and leverage. Before Arizona, Gannon's Eagles defenses consistently ranked near the top of the league in pressure rate, without blitzing, living in that uncomfortable gray area for quarterbacks where they never quite know what's coming. An anonymous NFC North scout told me recently, Gannon's defenses don't look flashy on tape at first, but quarterbacks hate them. He forces hesitation, and hesitation gets you hit. That matters in a division where timing-based offenses are becoming the norm, especially when you're staring down Detroit twice a year and trying to disrupt a rhythm that thrives on early reads. This is where Matt LaFleur's influence becomes impossible to ignore. LaFleur's offense has always been built on what coaches call the illusion of complexity. Same formations, same personnel groupings, wildly different outcomes. From my point of view, this hire suggests LaFleur wants a defense operating under a similar philosophy. Show two high shells pre-snap, rotate late, force throws into tight windows, and let athleticism finish the play. Gannon's background in defensive shell coverages fits that vision cleanly. And this matters now more than ever, because the Packers are entering a phase where Jordan Love is no longer a question mark. He's the foundation. What I see when I watch this Packers team is a roster that's finally syncing timelines. Love's season-over-season growth has been undeniable. His red zone efficiency jumped from 52% 2 seasons ago to nearly 61% last year. And when you pair that with Josh Jacobs' physical presence in the backfield, you're talking about an offense that can control games, not just survive them. Josh Jacobs, in my opinion, changes how defensive coordinators must prepare for Green Bay. His downhill running style complements wide zone blocking perfectly, forcing linebackers to commit early. That, in turn, opens space for Jaden Reed. And I don't think Reed versatility gets talked about enough. Reed isn't just a slot receiver. He's a coverage identifier. Motion him, stack him, orbit him, and suddenly the defense is tipping at hand. That's modern football. Now imagine pairing that offensive control with a defense that doesn't need to gamble to get stops. Under Gannon in Philadelphia, the Eagles ranked top 5 in opponent third down conversion rate, hovering around 36%. That's not coincidence. That's structure, discipline, and understanding situational football, something Green Bay defenses have flirted with, but not consistently owned. A Packers shareholder since the 1960s told me, I've seen great Packers teams win because they made opponents uncomfortable in Lambeau. Not scared, uncomfortable. That's how championships are built. That line stuck with me because Lambeau Field isn't just cold weather and nostalgia. It's a psychological environment. The Frozen Tundra amplifies doubt, and defenses that play with patience, not panic, thrive there. Think about Lombardi time. It was never about the clock alone. It was about inevitability, about knowing that when a moment arrived, Green Bay would execute cleaner, tougher, and smarter. Jonathan Gannon's defenses are built on that same principle. Survive early, adjust relentlessly, close late. Of course, there's risk. I won't sugarcoat that. Gannon's tenure in Arizona showed how hard it is to lead without organizational stability. But from my perspective, Green Bay offers the opposite environment. A community-owned franchise, a front office aligned with the head coach, a locker room that understands legacy. That changes everything. Hall of Fame analyst Pat McPherson put it best when he said, Green Bay doesn't ask coaches to be saviors. They ask them to be stewards. Ganon's best trait is stewardship. He builds systems that outlast seasons. That's the kind of thinking that resonates in a building that still echoes with names like Bart Starr and Reggie White. And make no mistake, this hire connects the past to the present. Starr's calm command, Reggie White's disruptive dominance, Brett Favre's fearless belief. Those weren't accidents. They were expressions of an organizational identity that demanded accountability. Ganon's defenses demand the same. From safeties rotating late to edge rushers, setting discipline contained. Looking ahead, this move positions Green Bay to compete not just within the NFC North, but on the conference stage. Chicago remains unpredictable. Detroit is talented but still proving sustainability. From my perspective, the Packers are quietly building something balanced, an offense that can score in waves, and a defense designed to end drives. The Lambeau leap isn't just a celebration, it's a statement. And with Jonathan Gannon now guiding this defense, the Packers are signaling they're done chasing trends. They're setting a standard. This is Packers Nation HQ. One voice, one franchise, one future, and it's just getting started.